Quaver time. Quaver time. Quaver time. Quaver.
Hey guys, Mr. Blackwood here. In this video we are looking at musical chords. What is a chord? Well, it's a group of notes played at the same time. Usually you have 3 or more, but some have 2. Usually you have a big complex sound. So you put a whole bunch of notes together and it plays a beautiful sound. Or maybe it plays a really ugly, gross sound. It depends on what kind of notes you use. So let's take a look using Music Lab's Chords experiment. So we are going to the Chrome Music Lab. And we are finding on the very right the chords experiment. It has piano, it has some chords that are yellow, it has the white and black keys. We're going to dive in, and it's actually a really simple looking application. When you press on a key, a bunch of notes light up. And those notes are a chord. And it plays 1, 2, 3. Some chords have, 50 different notes all at once, and they sound really crazy. And some notes have just 3 or 4, some have 5. And you can change it from major to minor by clicking on this bottom blue tab. And when we change it, you can see the middle note changes from here, and it goes down and up, down and up. So we're using our chords to make different kinds of sounds. Let's hear it in minor. So musicians use a combination of major chords and minor chords to create their different music patterns. This is G. This is G major. So G major has a G, a B, and a D. When you go to minor, that middle note goes to B flat, but the G and the D stays the same. The middle note goes back to B, and then on the minor goes back to B flat. Sometimes you might play a major and then a minor chord. We might play a G major, but then an A minor. And minor A has A, C, E. But major A has A, C sharp, and E. And major chords tend to sound a little happier. Minor chords tend to sound a little sadder. It's just a very sad kind of sound. And there are so many more chords and types of chords than just major and minor. You have augmented and diminished. You have major sevenths. You have diminished sevenths. You have elevenths. You have augmented seconds. You have suspensions. There are so many different kinds of combinations of notes. But major and minor are a great place to start. So let's go to Quaver and use our Grooves Lite tool to make some major and minor compositions. Grooves Lite is the one on the right. And this thing is pretty cool because you can change major and minor. So C, F, and G are major chords. D, E, A are minor chords, and B is that special diminished. So let's start in major. Let's make a major, and let's change this to, oh, I don't know, let's make it Latin. So I'm going to have a major Latin in C on the synths. Then I'm going to go to an F. We're going to go to F major. We're going to go to G major. And then let's do a sad diminished after that. And then when we play this, it'll loop. Back to the beginning. So let's copy it for the synth. So we're going to click the synth, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a C major. We're going to do an F major. We're going to do a G major. And let's do a B diminished at the end. Let's see what it sounds like. Now let's change some things around. Let's take this G and this B out for both of them. And let's put an A minor after the F and then a G major after the A. Let's see what that sounds like on the synth as well. So we're going to go C, F, A minor, then G major. Let's see what that sounds like. That sounds okay. That minor adds a little something different. Then you can put in whatever drums you want. We can put in some Latin drums. We can do Latin groove and then Latin groove number 3. We can add some percussion in there. There's some great percussion stuff. And then our bass. Now our bass likes to match the synth as well, so make sure that you're choosing the same ones. We've got our C is first, then we have an F major, then we have our A minor, then we have our G major. Let's take a listen to our new sound. Pretty darn cool. Now let's make this a little faster. We're going to change our tempo. Largo, slow. Moderato is medium. Presto is fast. Here we go. And there you have your own song. And there are your basic major and minor chords. Listen to some music at home and see if you can figure out, does it sound like a happy major chord or does it sound like a sad minor chord? What different combinations of chords can you come up with? You can use the Quaver Grooves Lite tool to make your own combinations of major and minor combinations. So I'd love for you to try checking those out this week. Try making up your own original compositions using those major and minor chords. All right, hope you learned a lot in this lesson, and I'll see you guys in the next video.